Kelly. He'll be in the middle. On the right side is number 5, Nick Sebus, and on the left, 25, Jonathan Veach. Floodies kicks away, a nice high kick, taken by Sebus on the 4-yard line. Fumbles, and Catholic recovers. Central recovers on the 21-yard line. First down and 10, Vikings.
First big break of the football game goes ACC's way. Vikings recover a fumble. They will set up shop on the Mount Carmel area 22-yard line.
You see some awesome coverage by the Central Catholic left side of their line. They were just all in there on Sebus all the way, Wayne.
They came down. They have great speed, and that's what we stated the last couple of weeks watching them, that their speed is going to compare nicely with the Tornadoes. And nobody had a straight hit on Sebus. It was just someone got his arm.
McGrory, number 2, is the quarterback for the Vikings. Number 45, Martin, goes in motion. Goes to him, going to go out around the outside, finds some running room, and gains about 1 yard. Nice tackle made over there by number 5, Sebus. Also 47, Steve Sinkovich. Also in the backfield with number 45, Mike Martin, is number 19, Doug Howard, the other running back, and number 41, John Couples, the fullback.
Of course, Couples is one of the guys you want to watch. McGrory, the quarterback, kind of an average-sized quarterback. He's thrown the ball 41 times all season. He's completed 17. He has had 3 interceptions, but also 3 touchdown passes so far this season.
Martin goes in motion. He goes by the quarterback, and they're going to try it up the middle. Stuffed by the Red Tornado defense. Steve Sinkovich, 58, Mike Sinkovich, and 54, Jeff Evans. Third down and about 8 yards to go. And here you watch for the Vikings to throw one to the tight end, guys. And the tight end tonight for the Vikings, number 90, Casey Williams, is at the left end, and number 80, Scott Luddy, is at the right end. McGrory puts Martin in motion, fakes to him, rolls a little, looks over at the tight, hits Martin out of the backfield. What a great stop by number 1, Terry Meyer, at the 19-yard line. 4th down and 8 yards to go. Good stand by the Red Tornado defense.
Yeah, Terry Meyer, he had him keyed all the way and just followed him right across the field and made an excellent play coming up.
Allentown Central Catholic looks like they're going to attempt the field goal, I believe,
They
right?
will. John Yutt, number 4, is 5'10", 160-pound senior. He's an excellent kicker. He will be trying this from the 27-yard line. It'll be a 37-yard field goal attempt. He was hitting them from about 35, a really nice kicker. Snaps back, it's down, kicks up, and it's good.
That was good by another 10 yards at least there.
9:52 left on the clock. The score, the Vikings 3, the Red Tornadoes nothing.
So if you're the ACC Vikings, you got to tell yourself, great way to start the football game. You're up 3-0. If you're Mount Carmel area, obviously you got to say, whew, good defense. We dodged a big bullet, turning the ball over so deep in our own territory and still only giving up 3 points. So there's a lot of ways to look at this game so far tonight. Mount Carmel area, of course, now goes back to receive the kickoff. They'll go back on offense. Well, actually, didn't get on offense yet, but right. They will try to start up on offense. And they're down in a quick 3-0 hole here with 9:52 in the first quarter.
That field goal was good for 55 yards, Wayne.
he had some leg. And you can see he kicks off, he puts the ball down on the 5-yard line, he gets some height on it, so he can put it from any place.
Getting back to the Catholic defense, the Central Catholic defense, at defensive end will start number 90, Casey Williams. At right defensive end, number 83, Kevin Burkhead. At the tackles, number 74, James Seagraves, and number 62, Ed Strauss. At the outside linebackers, 33, Dominic Cardine, and number 22, Chad Krause. At the inside linebackers, 41, John Couples, and number 54, Sean Pressman. There's the kick by Luddy, taken by Sebus again at the 4-yard line. Tries it up the middle and is tackled at about the 23-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 23.
Number 64 and 72 on the Allentown Central Catholic team getting up off the tackle.
Chris Williams in on the tackle, and also James Stango.
Again, you look at the Vikings across the defensive front. They're a little smaller than Shamokin brought. They're smaller, actually, than Southern, probably size-wise. But what they are going to be and what we know they're going to show us is a lot more speed than we've seen so far this year.
Going to try a roll. Sebas with the ball. Tucks it away. Gains about maybe 4 yards to the 30-yard line. Red Tornadoes faced with a second down and probably about 4 yards to go. Knocked out of bounds by 41 Couples and also 33 Dominic Cardine.
As we had stated in the previous 4 games, of course, Mount Carmel area are probably one of the fastest football teams you're going to see in high school. Allentown Central Catholic, probably the quickest team we've seen so far this year. They have the most speed that we've run up against so far in the season.
Tries Bailey up the middle. Holding Bailey on the bottom of the pile there is number 62 in on the tackle, Ed Strauss, from his defensive tackle position.
Pick up about 2, 3rd and about 1.
$9:15 left on the clock. 3-0. Vikings in the lead. Josh Paracella split far right. Power I formation for the Red Tornadoes with Sinkovich and Myers. Oh, and tripped up, and he will not make a first down, is Jonathan Veach. It'll be close. 4th down, Red Tornadoes in a punting situation.
Now, Martin and Cardine broke that play up.
What they did that time, we came into power left, and they jumped out of a 4-4 and jumped into a 6-2 and took the gaps.
Here's something you have to watch for the Vikings. They put a major rush on, especially from the left side of the line. You'll see it come. Snaps back. Good blocking that time by the Red Tornadoes. A bouncer of a punt picked up by number 3, Vic Monis. And he's run out of bounds over on the right side by number 41, Mickey Moroz, and 29, Josh Paracella. But the Vikings hold on their first series. 1st down and 10, Vikings.
What are you going to say? This is going to be a great defensive game. You know, we know what the Tornadoes can do, and looking at the stats from Allentown Central Catholic, their opponents, I think, not scored many points or yardage. Their linebacking crew is probably as good as ours.
McGrory out of the wing tee. They had motion on the ball. 19, Howard, the ball fumbles. It's loose. Picked up by the Red Tornadoes. And now the turnover comes back to the Red Tornadoes. 1st down and 10. Terry Meyer gets the ball. And I can't believe there wasn't a flag on that play.
Yeah.
Somebody either moved or jumped offside. But 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Somebody got a helmet there because the ball popped straight up in the air that time.
I'll tell you what, the defense is playing some great football here in the first 2 series. I'll tell you, it's a swarming defense. We haven't seen them this aggressive all season long, even last week against Shamokin.
Bailey, the lone back for the Red Tornadoes. Veach is in the slot. Fakes to Bailey. Tight end, defensive end coming, looks at Paracella. Got him on the 6-yard line. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Excellent.
Good pass from Sebas to Paracella. Number 19, Doug Howard on the coverage.
I'll tell you what, you take a look at, I guess it was number 80 or their defensive end on that side, number 90, Casey Williams coming over. Sebas again waited until the very last minute to release that ball and put it right in Paracella's arms.
Out of the I formation, pitch to Veach. Cuts it back into the middle, down to the 2-yard line, maybe the 3-yard line. Getting up slowly off the bottom of the pile after making the tackle was number 33, Dominic Cardine, the outside linebacker.
Now, one thing that I noticed in that long pass play was the defense for Allentown Central Catholic. They jumped out of their 4-4 and they've come up into a 6-2, and actually their 2 corners, even though we're spreading the ball out a little bit, you know, they came up into those gaps and they're covering everybody.
Malachowski into the lineup on the right side of the Red Tornado line. 2 cheater backs for the Red Tornadoes. They're going to go right behind all the power, and flags on the play. Somebody moved for the Red Tornadoes.
Big penalty there. That's going to drive us back 5 yards, folks.
Dead ball foul. Offsides, Catholic.
That's what we get for calling that ahead of time, huh? You don't see that very often.
No.
Of course, the movement of the ball that way is only about a half a yard. So. But you take every little bit you can get. Still 2nd down and 1 to go for Big Red.
Now they go to a straight power I formation. Nope. The cheater backs go over to the right side of the Red Tornado offense. Gonna go to Bailey, right in that hole. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
You know, it's funny when you make that lineup like that at the goal line. I mean, you get 99 chances out of 100. You got to go that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You'd think that the defense everybody would kind of cheat a little bit over there for a little bit, but I guess you got to play it straight. Mount Carmel area now trying to confuse the Vikings with our famous extra point play.
Mike Sinkovich in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, it's down, the kick's up, and it's good. There is no good. There is a flag on the play, though.
I think he's pointing to Central Catholic offside.
We have a flag on the play.
No, we've left the field pretty quickly, and they're still talking.
Well, he's pointing.
Actually, the Mount Carmel Tornadoes do not know there's a penalty.
That's going to go against them for illegal participation, I believe, right?
Right.
They had too many. They had 12 guys on the field.
I've seen that call now in the last 2 years about 100 times. I can't believe it.
Yeah, the Vikings had 12 guys on the field.
Illegal participation against the Vikings, so Big Red will take another shot at that extra point.
I think they're going to run it this time.
Yep.
We got all kinds of strategy going on here now. Sebas back into the lineup. He takes Van Doren in there with him.
Red Tornadoes going for 2 here at 7:21 left in the first quarter. Split backs. Sebas keeps the ball to the corner. He does not make it. Does not make it. Run down by number 33, Cardine.
Now, Cardine so far is having a whale of a football game on the defensive side of the ball. We've called his name several times already, and he looks to be the quickest of the linebacking crew right now at Allentown Central. So he's somebody you want to watch for the rest of the game. Mount Carmel area's got to feel good about answering that 3-0 lead with a touchdown, bringing the score now to 6-3. Mount Carmel area preparing to kick off. And this is going to be, like we said, a one whale of a football game. And I'll tell you what, in the first, 5 minutes, it's done everything you wanted to do and then some.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes will be number 58, Mike Sinkovich. Deep for Central Catholic, number 19, Doug Howard, and number 3, Vic Montes.
And this is probably the first time Mount Carmel area this year has had such dangerous running backs to bring the kickoff back. We had not seen this kind of speed up until now either. So all in all, Allentown Central Catholic definitely kicks the competition up a notch, so to speak, as we watch them line up here.
Sinkovich, a high kick. It's a short one, taken on the 15-yard line by one of the up-backs, and he's tackled by number 88, Shellhammer.
28.
That's 28, Bailey.
Bailey
Sorry
took his
about
legs
that.
out.
And it was 33, the ball carrier? Was it Cardine? I didn't see who
No,
got
it was
the ball.
number
80?
80 or 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott Luddy. I think it was Scott.
It was 80.
Okay,
Yeah.
Scott Luddy, number 80.
Because he came back.
First down, Central Catholic from about the 27-yard line. McGrory puts Martin in motion. He's going to throw the ball, looks downfield, across the middle, hits the big tight end for a first down and flags on the play. Number 90 on the reception, Casey Williams, with a flag on the play.
And that's pretty much the Vikings' kind of bread and butter pass play you just saw there. That's what they like to do. Like to bring one of those big guys into the middle of the football field a little bit. Now you're not gonna throw it for 30, 40 yards. You're gonna pick up 15 yards most of the time with it, but they like it. It's a safe pass. And Big Red on top of that is going to be flagged for a penalty.
Well, you take a look at Casey, number 90, Casey Williams. He's 6'2", 230 pounds. So you get him in the middle of the field catching the ball. It's going to be difficult for the defensive backs to bring him down.
Now, so far, they've shown good protection for the quarterback, McGorry. And one of the things you notice they are doing is they are constantly peeling somebody back to the backside end. So they've definitely watched films and learned that lesson from the previous 3 games that Mount Carmel area's had.
Tries Howard off the right side.
Flag on the play.
Tackled by Chris Cuff for no gain and flags on the play. That should be holding against Central Catholic.
And it was on the backside of the play too. I can't. If that's what it is, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
That's a sin.
That's only because they're Allentown Central Catholic.
Sorry.
We're not allowed to use religious words now.
6:50 left in the first quarter, right?
Easy.
Holding call against the Vikings. And it is so great, and we are so happy as Red Tornado announcers to have a team like Allentown Central Catholic come up here to the Silver Bowl to play. Just a great thing for the region between Allentown and the Cole region up here to get a game like this in. First down, 15, 6:38 left. Tries an inside handoff to Howard. Lots of running room around the left side and gets down to about the 47-yard line. They'll have a second down and about 8 yards to go.
That's a well-designed play there, giving it to Howard. He was wide open. There was a big hole in the center of the line there going through.
Got Big Red by surprise a little bit that time, and he had some room to rumble. Second down and about 7 now to go for the Vikings.
And Howard is their man, their rushing man. He's 48 carries already this season for 322 yards.
Howard goes in motion. Looks like motion there. Looks out in the flat at Howard. He's tackled for about a 1-yard gain. Nice play by 26 Lentini. Third down and about 5 yards to go.
That's the second time we've seen that exact pass, and it's the second time it went for a yard. We've apparently scouted them pretty well there. We see that pass immediately, and he's really not getting upfield and doing any damage with it.
Timeout called by the Vikings.
No, official timeout.
Official timeout for equipment.
One of those helmet problems.
We haven't seen too much of that
No, this is our first helmet one of the years so far. Last year we had like a rash of them going there in the final 3 games of the season. I thought it was defective helmet making for a while.
Third down, about 3 yards to go. 5:24 left in the first quarter. The Red Tornadoes in the lead, 6-3. Martin goes in motion to the left. McGrory rolls that way. Looks out there at Martin, hits him. Good block from number 3, Montes, and finishing him off on the tackle, 29, Josh Paracella. First down and 10, Vikings from the 36-yard line.
Now the Vikings come into the game throwing the ball a total of 41 times in 4 games, and it looks like they brought their passing attack with them tonight.
And I'll tell you, they run some nice patterns. They flood a zone, and one man's looking for the open spot. And always somebody out of the backfield. If you take a look, it's a delayed halfback pass, or someone in motion is hitting the flat also.
The Delaware wing tee can do wonders on a passing game if you get it rolling. Tries it up the middle. 45, or that was Couples, the ball carrier, number 41. 47, Steve Sinkovich, initial hit on his feet, and helped out by number 60, Jason Malakowski.
Yeah, they're really not gaining anything inside. They're not running inside the tackles well at all right now. And they continually try to hit that corner, which is where the wing tee likes to go. And so far they've had little success doing that, but they have had success in those short passing zones over the middle.
And the secret is it's a little quick pass, and also he's rolling and doing very well. The line is doing an excellent job pass protecting for McCrory. Martin goes in motion.
2 in motion there.
Yep, there was Malakowski after him, and there were actually 2 Vikings in motion, and they missed it.
Now, see, that time they got away from what was successful. They tried to string a pass play out a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't think they're going to be able to do it because it's tough to get outside the ends. They're not able to do it rushing, and they're not so far able to do it passing, where they are able to make some yardages, that quick drop back, as Bob has alluded to, and then pop the ball over into a flooded zone all the time.
Yeah, he has a small moving pocket there that he doesn't go outside the ends at all.
Big play here at 3rd down and about 8 now for the Vikings. Ball in the Mount Carmel area, 35.
McCrory with Couples at fullback puts Howard in motion. Rolls, he's going to throw again, looks over the middle, has a receiver, number 9, Williams at the 20-yard line for a 1st down and 10, and that's how a tight end will work for you. Boy, if he can get out across the middle, he'll catch that ball, won't he?
All he has to do is get out. And you're not looking for the speed to get him out into the flat. You're not looking for him to run any post pattern. You're just looking for him to go down 5-10 yards, just hook up and catch the ball.
Yeah, McGorry looks good so far tonight. He really does. He's a poised quarterback, knows where he wants to go, and he sees the field well. And I'll tell you what, it's easy to see the field well when you've got 2 horses like that out there catching the ball for you.
3:53 left in the 1st quarter. McGrory, no backs in the backfield now. Central Catholic sets, puts Howard in motion. Over the middle, hits Casey Williams, and he'll be down to the 4-yard line.
There's a flag down. It's going to go against the Vikings, I'm pretty sure. Right at the line of scrimmage, right where the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Usually that goes against the offense. But again, a beautifully designed play by the Vikings, and they are picking Mount Carmel area apart right now with those passes.
Well, what they
the secret
there
is the line blocking right now, guys. They are stopping one of the top defensive lines in the state of Pennsylvania, getting in at McCrory.
Well,
and that's the secret right now.
What the defense is going to have to do here, they're flooding everybody out. They're putting everybody out into a zone. All our defensive backs and the linebackers are dropping back into their zones. The 2 defensive ends for the Tornadoes must keep those 2 tight ends on the line. And it's exactly what they need to do.
I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't either. I don't know what
They
they're doing.
called a penalty, but right now it's 1st down and 10, and they didn't mark the penalty off.
Officials are calling a timeout now. Coach Morgan.
Well, Coach Morgan's knows that what they did is wrong. The ball cannot be where it is right now.
But I don't think he's the guy going to be arguing about moving it back.
He's not arguing about moving it back. He wants to know the explanation. He just wants to know. He's a good football coach, and he wants an understanding of why you'd leave the ball right there at 1st down and 10. And they're leaving it there.
I was going to say,
I guess
I don't know what that explanation was, but it's going to be that one no matter what it is.
I guess Buzz Carr had a good explanation for it. 3:24 left in the 1st quarter. 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Howard goes in motion to the right. Flags on the play.
I don't see a flag. Where's the flag at now?
That had to be dead ball.
Wow. No, it's not.
No.
There's no flag sitting there.
Jeez.
He's talking about something. I think he's talking about something that happened in the stands. I really do. I think something happened down in the stands at the end zone, and that's what he's pointing at. Because you're still looking at 1st down, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing's changed.
I have no clue.
He's pointing to the stands down below. Now they're going to line back up, and it's still 1st and 10, still at the same yard line.
Howard goes in motion to the right. Morton out of the backfield. 1st down, Catholic at the 7-yard line.
Now, this McGorry looks really good tonight. He really does. There's a quarter. He throws the ball, a lot of zip on it. It's like a wire. There's no chance to intercept it. He's looking tough. The ball now, the Mount Carmel area, 8-yard line, 1st and 8. Central Catholic.
Goal to go. 3:06 left in the 1st quarter. 6-3, Red Tornadoes in the lead. McGrory tries Martin.
Ooh.
Big hit by number 60,
Malakowski.
Jason Malakowski, and it was on number 41, Couples. It was not on Martin, so they tried Couples up the middle.
Yeah, and they've had the wing T has not had success on the ground.
The throwing has.
But the passing attack is looking exceptionally well right now for the Vikings.
Number 3, Montes, split far left out of this wing T formation. 45, Martin goes in motion to the left. McGrory over the middle, hits Howard down to the 1-yard line. They're those little drop-off patterns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome how they run them. I mean, they're just getting wide open right over the middle of the field.
They've got the Big Red defense completely confused right now. One guy is breaking clean all the time, and McGrory is able to find them right away. He has enough time all the time that he's able to find the open man, and ball now sitting on about the 1.5-yard mark of Mount Carmel area with the Vikings rapping on the door.
3rd down and goal to go from the 1-yard line. Tries Howard, he doesn't make it. He'll be stopped at about the 1-yard line, so the Vikings face with a 4th down and 1 yard to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 4th and 1.
Right.
4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
That's about the 6-inch line if you take a look at that.
77, Chris Shue into the Red Tornado lineup. Power right to that side.
Doesn't look it.
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
That was close, folks.
That was close.
(9-6) with Central Catholic lining up for the extra point attempt.
Number 4 in the attempt the extra point, which is Ludi.
Yutt.
Oh, Yutt. Sorry about that. Snaps back. It's down. The kick's up. And it's good with 1:02 left in the first quarter. The score, Allentown Central Catholic Vikings 10, the Red Tornadoes 6.
That kid can kick, Wayne, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since that we've seen an opponent that could kick as good as that. And in a tight game, that becomes a threat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you always have that in the back of your mind if the game's tight at the end, that he can pop one from 37, 40 yards out. Yeah. That changes the
maybe even a little farther the way he
kicked that first one. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, Big Red's defense having something happen to it that it's not had to happen to it in the previous 4 games this year. Allentown Central Catholic moving the ball through the air. I mean, having an absolutely tough time on the ground, and they barely got it into the end zone moving on the ground.
Right.
But not having that tough a time through the air right now, and Mount Carmel area needs to regroup in that secondary and see what's happening there.
Number 4, John Yutt will kick off for the Vikings. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, 25, Jonathan Veach, 28, Al Bailey, and number 5, Nick Sebas. Going to be taken by Sebas again at about the 6-yard line. Tries some running room up the middle, finds room, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Nick Sebas has run one back for the Big Red, and that's the speed of the track star, Nick Sebas. Whoa. He can bust them. Whoa. He can bust them.
You see him cut through that hole, and honestly, when he broke through that, he was 10 yards ahead of everybody. Unbelievable. Now, it's 3 times they kicked off to him. You think they'll do it 4?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Okay, Red Tornadoes are going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out there, but they are going for 2. Sebas returns to the lineup. Big run by Sebas. And folks, those of you watching this in the Allentown area, you're looking at probably, if not the fastest, one of the top 2 or 3 fastest high school football players in the state of Pennsylvania.
In Double-A, too. And in track, too.
Yeah, and he just ran it past you, and that's what pure speed can do. He is absolute lightning when he breaks free.
Whew. That's from the 5-yard line?
I tell you what, we're going to have to go down and charge everybody extra because this is just too much right now in the first quarter. My goodness.
Red Tornadoes going from the right hash mark. Flags on the play.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody move, but
I think it was interior.
I think somebody was lined up offside. And it was.
Again,
One of the Vikings. That's actually a lineup offside.
I didn't see anybody move that
No,
time.
they don't move. You just lined up offside.
But that's the second time in a row they've done that. So I think someone needs to say, hey, guys, watch where our helmet shows up at before we line up. That moves the ball down to the 1-yard line. Mount Carmel area will now go from the 1-yard line, and they've chosen the far hash mark, their right side hash mark, to attempt this extra point.
Split backs for the Red Tornadoes. Veach goes in motion. Sebas fakes to Bailey. Big rush from Central Catholic. Looks in the corner of the end zone. Intercepted by the Vikings, and the Red Tornadoes do not score the second extra point. 12-10, Red Tornadoes in the lead.
Crowd on its feet here in front of us in the Mount Carmel area side, and this is as exciting as it can get, ladies and gentlemen, for one quarter of football here at Mount Carmel High School Silver Bowl.
Well, we knew coming into this game that both teams are coming in with an explosive offense.
Oh my goodness!
You know, I mean, and they've certainly proved it.
Well, I think what you see here really is you got a lot of skill people on the field, a lot of really good skill people, and they're showing through both on defense and offense on both sides of the ball for both teams. And that's what happens when you get quality programs. I mean, Allentown Central Catholic is absolutely the cream of the crop in AAA in Pennsylvania, and Mount Carmel area the same in AA. So you pit these two schools together like this, and you know you're going to have a good game.
'58, Mike Sinkovich will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Number 19, Howard, and number 33, Cardine, deep for Central Catholic. Taken by Cardine on about the 4-yard line. He fumbles it off his knee, picks it up on the 15, and gets to about the 20-yard line. Bailey in on the tackle, and a Red Tornado comes up with the ball, but Cardine was down.
Oh, that was a dangerous play by Cardine that time. It hit his knee and really went in front of him.
And he was lucky that the ball bounced right back up in the air that he could get it.
That'll put your heart in your throat for a couple of seconds if you're on the Vikings sideline. Jim Morgan right now is going to have to take a little calming down again.
Movement by Allentown Central Catholic, and this one will go back 5 yards.
Certainly couldn't miss that one.
44 seconds left in the first quarter.
Now everybody's kind of jittery out there, especially offensively, because neither offense, I mean, running-wise, has done much. The Mount Carmel area offensively really hasn't been on the field that often to do anything. And still, they have the lead 12-10, so that's an interesting thing to look at here in the first quarter. Allentown Central Catholic, of course, has kind of controlled the ball and marched around a lot, and they're on the short end of the score right now.
McGrory sets the Vikings. Tries Howard, big play by 60. Jason Malachowski sends them for about a 2-yard loss, maybe 4-yard loss, back to about the 11-yard line.
I'm really surprised that they continually head to his side of the field, though, because, I mean, you got an all-state guy there. What the heck are we looking at here? He's just penetrating the line of scrimmage, and even when he doesn't make the tackle, he's forcing the arc of the runner to make a wider and deeper arc, and that sinks him every time.
Well, you know, some philosophies are you go at the best athlete. You know, you go at the best one.
It's not mine. I don't have that philosophy. I'm afraid I'm not going to subscribe to that one.
Howard goes in motion. McGrory. Inside handoff to Martin. Finds some running room on the outside. 29, Paracella stopped him, but number 80, Chris Cuff, finished him off. That's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 12, the Central Catholic Vikings nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that you are watching WKMC TV, broadcasting directly from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School. We are an instructional fixed television service. Our microwave signal is WLX earlier, but then in 1979 and 1978, we had also met them. We lead the series 2-1, and this is the 4th game of it.
McGrory with no backs. puts Howard in motion to the left side. He's going to throw. Malachowski's held, catches the ball is Casey Williams, but this one's coming back. Malachowski, number 60, was tackled coming through the line. I mean, they had his shirt and everything.
And that time they
can't hold.
Yeah. You can't argue that, folks. I mean, they see that in the films, and you know that can't be an argument there. You see a guy's jersey stuck up like that, you know you got a problem.
Now, again, one thing we did not adjust to yet.
Covering the tight end.
Covering this tight end, number 90, Casey Williams, coming off the line of scrimmage, and it's a delay. He's setting up the block, and as soon as the rush goes by him, he's taking off to the center of the field. If you take a look at all of the receivers for Allentown Central Catholic, they're heading out into the flats, and they're clearing the center out, and they're doing an excellent job of it.
And like you said, Warren, I think it's imperative that the Red Tornado offense gives Casey a little bump up there on the line, right?
That's where I would do it. I'd start to hold him a little bit on the line and you know, disrupt the theme a little bit there.
Tries couples up the middle for about maybe 2 or 3 yards. Steve Sinkovich, number 1, Terry Meyer, number 80, Chris Cuff, 54, Jeff Evans in on the tackle along with 26, Lentini. So punting situation for the Central Catholic Vikings.
One of the oddities about Central Catholic as far as looking at this as a whole team is that they're not a lot squad-wise. They're not much bigger numbered than we are.
No.
And they do play a lot of both ways, which you don't always see with a AAA school.
Especially them.
90, Casey Williams gets the punt off, bounces short at about the 45-yard line, and will be down at the mid-stripe. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 50-yard line.
Well, he picked up some excellent field position here due to the defense.
And the punter had a nice play that time. He avoided a disaster. The ball was way high coming back to him. Had he missed it, it would have been a safety. He would have not been able to recover it outside the end zone.
Excellent rush there, too, by the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah.
10:53 left in the first half. 12-10, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Sebas rolls to his left, keeps the ball. Tippy toes for about 2 yards.
Trying to wait for the crack to open up there, and it never did.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Bailey and Veach will be lined up. Nope, now we're going to go 3 backs in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Paracella split right. Gives it to Veach. Big play made by number 54, Sean Pressman.
Now, Pressman's the big gun over there on defense. He also plays center for the Vikings, but you look at him and he looks like a football player.
Oh, yeah.
You can just tell by looking at that guy.
Procedure call against the Red Tornadoes. .10:04 left. They declined the penalty, so it will be 3rd down and 10 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Smith goes in motion to the left. Straight drop back. Looks at Paracella, has him out there, incomplete at about the 20-yard line, threw it over his head. 4th down for the Red Tornadoes, and a quick punting situation for the Big Red. 3 and out.
Well, the offensive line there giving Sebas a lot of time to look over his receivers.
Vikings are tough on defense.
Yes,
we knew that, and we knew that we were going to see a lot of speed on defense, which we hadn't seen up until now.
Steve Sinkovich in punt formation. Terry Meyer with the long snap. Snaps back. Kicks away. Bounces in front of Montes. He goes to pick it up, and it rolls, and Mickey Morose will down it on the 9-yard line. First down and 10, Central Catholic from the 9-yard line, deep in their own territory.
I think Montes was looking and looking and looking. He wanted to pick that thing up, but he saw the guided missile 41 streaking down the field with that heat seeker on his helmet on and thought, nah, I think I'll just leave it go.
For those on Super 2, Mickey Moreau's a little nickname here from Warren, which is the guided missile.
Yes, he's the 41 is known as the guided missile.
First down and 10 from the 9.
A number of reasons, actually. That's only one of them there.
9:50 left in the first half. Monis is split far left. Martin goes in motion, tries couples to the outside. Good blocking by the Viking offensive line. Knocked out of bounds by 26, Lentini.
Now, there's one time there that they got around the corner on us.
Second down and short for the Vikings. McGrory puts Howard in motion. Going to run to that side and close to a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a first down. Tackle made by number 2, Nick Chesney.
Vikings starting to move the ball a little bit now on the ground. And Big Red's defense has got to be getting a little bit winded here as we get into the middle of the second quarter. They've been on the field the entire game, it seems like.
Howard goes in motion. McCrory back to pass, looks over the middle. Oh, Casey Williams made the catch, but Sebas went underneath him.
Sebas made a good play on that. I don't know whether Nick was going for the ball there.
Yeah,
and at the last minute he decided to make the tackle, but good play by Nick.
First down Vikings at the 32-yard line. McCrory, big rush from Malachowski, but finds Howard Montes wide open. First down and 10 at the 46. You're going to see some high passing numbers being put on here by
definitely.
Central Catholic Vikings this game.
I'll tell you what, they're not deep passes. They're all short, nice, crisp run passes, little hookups about 10 to 12 yards downfield.
Now, Mount Carmel area needs to figure this passing game out. They're going to have to do it soon because they're not going to be able to dodge this bullet all evening.
Right.
McCrory with Couples at the fullback right behind him. Puts Martin in motion. Tries Couples up the middle. And Malachowski and Cuff with the initial hits.
Well, it's ugly inside.
Actually, that could be
Terry Meyer.
54, Jeff Evans on his feet.
Yeah. Terry Meyer made the initial hit right on the line of scrimmage when Couples came through, but there's a kid, and he just showed it there that you have to hit him low.
8:02 left.
Him down.
8:02 left in the first half. 12-10. Second down, 7 yards to go, Wayne. McGrory gets the pass away, in and out of the fingers of Howard. He had it, but a lot of holding on that play, and we saw it, and we have to call it on that one. Malachowski was again tackled coming through the middle of the line. So,
yeah, he's getting a lot of time, and once you start getting that much time on a defensive team like the Tornadoes, you know, you have to start looking into the center of that line a little bit closer if you're wearing that black hat.
well, you have District 4, all District 4 officials here tonight. Third down, 7 yards to go. McGrory back to pass. Evans with the big rush along with Cuff, and they sack him at about the 35-yard line. Malachowski, Cuff, and Jeff Evans.
I'll tell you what, we must have changed. If you take a look at McCrory, he is getting the pass off. In the last 3-4 plays, there's a big rush, a lot of pressure by the guards, by the nose guard, Evans, and our two tackles. So we sort of changed up our attack there on the pass rush.
Veach and Sebas deep for the Red Tornadoes. Casey Williams with the high sailing punt. Veach fair catches on the 35-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes
I had to stick my head out of the booth that time to see that one. He got that one up in the air. Big Red really needs to make something happen on offense for a couple reasons. One, you want to start moving just because you want to start moving and get the ball changing field position a little bit. But two, you need to give some of those guys on defense a little bit of rest. They really do. I mean, it's got to start to begin to tell on them after a while. They've been on the field almost the entire first half.
Number 2, Nick Chesney, split left for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas back to pass. Looks at Chesney. He's tackled.
And he comes down with
Still
the ball.
catches the ball at the 40-yard line. First down and 10 Red Tornadoes. What can you say about Nick Chesney's hands?
All state.
He was
That's what you can
tackled.
say.
He
All
was
state.
tackled, and he made that catch. What a great catch by Nick Chesney.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who have not seen Chesney play, he is an all-state candidate, of course, last year from Lourdes Regional, and he's a transfer into the Mount Carmel Area School District, and there you see why. And we said it many times this season, he just has that ability about him that when your dad's a coach, it rubs off on you.
Yeah.
And he just never lets up on the ball until he has it.
Tries Veach.
Ooh.
Big play made by, and he didn't know he made it, was number 90, Casey Williams, who came from his defensive end position. He just blew a couple people off the ball, didn't he?
He was smacking the backfield when we handed the ball off, and he couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, Central Catholic's really tough on defense right now against the run. We have not been able to run the ball at all.
Well, at least outside, right?
Well, we haven't run the ball much of anywhere, to tell you the truth. We need to get some movement here.
Sebas back to pass. Looks in a slant to Paracella. Gets the ball to 23 and knocked out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Red Tornadoes will be faced with about 3 yards to go.
Some nice pass protection from Mount Carmel area now. The Big Red is protecting Sebas very well, giving him enough time to look around and feel a little bit and pick out the open guy.
Now, or you might, one play you might see coming up might be a screen pass there. Allentown Central Catholic is back in their 4-4, back in a pass prevent defense, and they're leaving the center of the field open. And we are giving Sebas as much time as he needs to throw that ball.
This is going to be a run to the right side. Look at the pressure coming over here. They fake it. They go left. First
And
down, Red Tornadoes. Good move by Coach Williams. He made it look like he was coming right, and then he went left.
Yeah.
And you were showing me.
No, I was going to say, watch Cuff come in at tight end there. He's another one that you like to watch.
Malachowski was in, actually, on that play. They had 60. Malachowski
Right,
up right next to him.
I had seen 80 come into the game, and I wanted to point that out to you, that he was entering the football game. A lot of times he changes the offense completely when you see him come in on offense like that.
Well, that time they made it look like they were coming right and went left behind Daukas, Else, and Vogler.
Blitz.
Sebas keeps the ball. Tries to go outside, finds running room, and gets about 5 yards. Nice run by number 5, Nick Sebas. Good play by number 80, Scott Luddy.
Luddy. I'll tell you what, he came up from about 5, 6, 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. He dropped back there and pass protection. He showed a little bit of speed coming up on Sebas as Sebas was trying to get around the corner.
Yeah, the Vikings brought both linebackers that time on a blitz. Both inside linebackers came up.
Well, they'll do that, and they'll also blitz some cornerbacks. 5:25 left on the clock. 12-10, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Second down, 5 yards to go. The ball on the 24-yard line. Bailey goes in motion to the right. Sebas, draw play to 25 Veach, and flags on the play, usually where it's thrown, a holding call against the Red Tornadoes.
If it is, that's going to kill, because they finally got some momentum moving offensively, and they're going to be driven back here with a big holding penalty, as you had said, Bob. But the first time all evening we've shown some
movement on the ball.
Some movement offensively on the football, both passing and running. So this one's going to hurt a little bit. Going to hurt a lot, in fact. We make sure you tune in. At halftime, of course, we have Jose Gonzalo will give us the halftime stats directly on the field at halftime as soon as he compiles them. And we have an interview at halftime this week, folks.
Veach in motion to the right. Pitch to Bailey. Bailey's going to throw it back to Sebas. Hits him for about a 1-yard gain, and flags on the play.
He ran into the bus that time.
Well, it looked like nobody was in the right place for that one. In fact, they're going to call probably a lineman downfield.
That play looked a little ugly from the start on that one. And it didn't help any when the bus ran into him. He was standing right. Actually, the bus didn't run into him. He ran into the bus.
He did.
He turned and pivoted to make a move to the outside. He ran right into 75. So that was the end of that play. And now they're going to even add some more ugliness to it. And everything we'd seen good on offense now looks like it's beginning to completely be dismantled here in the next couple of seconds. 4:57 remain in the second quarter. Go back to that. We do have an interview coming up, folks, at halftime, and a special group of guys that are just Mount Carmel football fanatics, and you can probably pick out, 5,000 of them sitting here. But
you're not kidding.
This group has something special going for it. We're going to talk about that at halftime.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Red Tornadoes go out of the shotgun formation. Snap back to Sebas. Look at in the end zone for Veach.
Oh, that should have been face guard.
Yeah. He put his hands up, did not go for the ball at all. Did not go for the ball at all, and it'll be 4th down and 10.
Nice play that time. It really was. He threw a nice pass. Veach, I thought Veach was well covered, and at the last second, he's stepping back of him and was actually opened up in the end zone. Mount Carmel area, what brings up a 4th down, and I know that Coach Williams is not thinking about punting right now. I think he's going to go for it here. It's 4th and 10.
4:39 left in the first half.
And this is
Now run that play again, because Van Doren was open to the middle of the field.
Was he
Nobody
really?
picked him up. That's where I went with. So trips right for the Red Tornadoes. Bailey, the lone back. Fakes to Bailey. Rolls right. Looks at Veach, but major coverage by the Central Catholic. In the same play we ran a couple nights ago on 4th down, and Smitty wide open in the corner of the end zone right now. 1st down and 10 for Allentown Central Catholic.
I got a big red down on the field with looks like a cramp. I can't see who it was. I did not see who went down.
Looks like
there.
Chris Cuff.
It's hard to tell what the number.
Nope,
there.
Chris
No,
Cuff
it's
is
not Chris
standing.
Cuff.
Sorry.
I can see it's not an 8 there, but
It's Dan Daukus down on the ground, and it does definitely look more than a cramp to Daukus. They're working on a knee or an ankle right now, guys.
Gives us a moment to tell everybody here in the local area, of course, we had talked about the Sports Fever magazine, which of course has a big feature article about Mount Carmel area in it this year. We had told you it was sold out, and we now can tell you that we got more books in. Those books are available in the Spirit booth as you come in the front gate of the stadium, and also they'll be available at Community Pharmacy where Jose is. So if you need to pick up a book still, we got about 24, I believe, we got in last night at Supper Club. And so if you need to pick one up, and Daukus is up and walking around, and he looks, although a little tender, at least he's moving in his own power, so that's good to see. Supper Club last night, folks. Great crowd again. Of course, you knew with the Vikings coming into town, everybody was going to be interested in talking to the kids and talking to the coaches. And again, we can't tell you that if you like Mount Carmel football, you want to talk football, be there 6:30 at Matucci's on a Thursday night, and you'll get all the football you'll ever want.
Howard in motion to the right. Going to be a screen pass over there. Read nicely by number 29 or 26. That's Ronnie Lentini.
That's Lentini.
Good job by Lentini on reading the screen pass.
He went right past the blocker that time.
Number 4, Yutz.
Yet
The kicker.
The kicker. And Bob and I
we
were
saw
watching
him catch the ball. We said, and John, we'll tell you this one. We thought you looked really quick going out there catching a pass in the warm-ups, and we said it's amazing it doesn't go out there more.
He's lined up again out there at the far right of their formation.
Number 2, Nick Chesney covering him. Tries a shovel pass. Little bit of running room in the middle of the field. Fumble on the play and recovered by the Red Tornadoes. Flags on the play.
Flag went down too, and I don't know what that's going to be. He fumbled the ball. And
he fumbled the ball.
They're talking about that, but the penalty flag is going to be something to look at too. And I don't know, because it came right at where he was.
They're calling the ball was down.
That's going to be a tough call there. But then the penalty also has to be figured in here.
Chop block.
Chop block by Central Catholic Vikings, but how about the fumble officials?
Now, they're not
I guess no fumble on the play.
They're not calling it a fumble. They'll call it ball dead. That's a tight call there, folks.
Wow.
I think they might have missed one there. I thought the ball had popped loose before the referee had blown the ball dead. Now, again, that can happen. He can be called dead before the referee can blow the whistle.
Right.
But I thought the ball was moving around before he was down. But that's a tough call. But either way, Allentown Central Catholic takes a big one on that one. That's going to bring up
second and 22.
Second and 22
Second and 22
here. They got a mile to go now.
3:35 left on the clock in the first half. McGrory tries one up the middle of the couples and finds some running room. Stopped by number 29, Josh Paracella. I think everybody went after the quarterback on that play, Wayne.
I'll tell you what, Allentown Central Catholic is schooled very well in the deception of what they're doing with the ball in that backfield. You take a look at the man in motion, you think he has the ball, the quarterback has the ball, and there's couples 10 yards downfield already.
.250 left on the clock and winding down. McGrory looks like he changes the play on the line of scrimmage, Wayne. Martin goes in motion, and that'll be a delay of game. McGrory
I knew that was a long time. Right. He was standing there.
He took too long to change the play.
And he just missed it, and that's going to be 5 yards. Yeah, you can almost get that feeling, you know, when you're standing there and you're watching, you're thinking he's got to be real close. And, of course, in football, there's no clock where he can look up and see what it is. So he's trying to do it by feel just like we are. McGrory, a good quarterback, though, guys. I think we heard a lot about him, and he's lived up to his billing. He's an excellent quarterback. He moves the ball well with his hands. He keeps it well there, and he can throw the ball.
Martin goes in motion to the left side. Tries Howard. Big hit by number 60.
Jay Malachowski.
That's why he's All-State, folks. I mean, jeepers Christmas.
Whoa.
That's a hit. That is a hit when that happens.
4th down and a punting situation for Central Catholic. 4th down and 17 yards to go.
Ooh,
Howard barely had the ball.
Oh, that's a nightmare there. That's bad ugly.
Number 90 in the punt, Casey Williams. Deep for the Red Tornadoes. Number 5, Nick Sebas. Snaps back. Big rush by the Red Tornadoes. High kick. Fair catch called for by Sebas, and he takes it on the 45-yard line. Great catch by Sebas, because that one could have bounced another 30 yards downfield.
Yeah. Well, you always want to try to fair catch it. I mean, that's the rule. Don't let it get behind you. Don't let it hit the ground if you don't have to, because you never know which way it's going to bounce. And you're right, it's 20 or 25 yards if it starts moving the other way. So Mount Carmel area is still in good field position. They take the ball over on their own 45, and they have about 2 minutes and 2 seconds to do something with it here before the half ends.
Number 50, Matt Booker, will come in at guard for the Red Tornadoes, replacing number 71, Dan Daukas, who they work on the sidelines on the Red Tornado side. Booker, only a sophomore, 175 pounds. Sebas fakes, straight drop back, rolls a little. Casey Williams on him. Nick Sebas gets away. Looks downfield, has Chesney breaking.
Oh.
Beautiful interception by number 3, Monas. Yep, Monas with the interception on the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Chesney was wide open that time, and Monas just came right through, and he left the ground to catch that ball.
Yeah, well, that time Sebas can't see everybody, though.
Right.
That's what happens.
When you get rolling like that, right.
You can't watch everybody is. And Montes was breaking on the ball on the receiver from the start, and he just never broke stride and went right into the ball, and a big turnover now.
All right, with 1:53 left in the first half. First down for the Vikings. McGrory gonna try the screen. No, now it's a fly pass. There's Chesney running step by step. Great play by Nick Chesney, breaking it up.
I just wouldn't
flag on the play.
We're gonna have a holding call on the Vikings.
I would never throw it at Chesney. I just wouldn't. I'm sorry. I mean, I realize you got to keep throwing side to side now, but if you're a high school football coach and you've watched the first 4 games of the season, what are you throwing a long pass at him for? I mean, it's not going to happen.
You didn't watch too many films if that's the case.
I mean, the kid is absolutely a blanket. You just can't throw the ball past him.
I'll tell you what, you got to look at our defensive line, our interior line here with tackle number 60, Jason Malachowski, number 54, Jeff Evans, and number 58, Mike Sinkovich. they're now starting to put some pressure and take over the offensive line here on the pass defense. Some holding, and you see now we're getting a lot more holding calls.
1:46 left on the clock in the first half. 1st and 23 for the Vikings. Tries it around the Martin, around the right side. 47, Steve Sinkovich in on the, 41, Mickey Moroz. Second down and about 12 yards to go for the Vikings. Pickup of about 10 yards there. Clock winding down, 1:20 left in the first half. 12-10, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Howard around the right side. Terry Meyer with the initial hit. Howard stays on his feet.
Almost a
to
first
about
down.
the 49-yard line, almost the first down. And there the Tornadoes were hitting them, but not wrapping them.
Right.
And he stayed on his feet, Wayne.
It was a great second effort there by Howard to pick up at least 4 extra yards after being hit by about 3 Tornadoes.
48 seconds, and it appears the Vikings content to just keep running here. They're back on about the 49-yard line, and the Red Tornadoes a little bit in a prevent for that running game.
They're gonna strike sooner or later. Here it is.
Flood the pattern. Big coverage that time.
Nice.
Good play by 47, Steve Sinkovich, all the way covering 41 out of the backfield, which was Couples.
And there, number 41, Mickey Moroz, putting pressure on McGrory that he had to throw the ball as soon as he did.
Yeah, McGrory had a lot of time. He just didn't have anybody open.
Right.
There was really nowhere to put the ball that time.
Punt situation, 30 seconds left on the clock.
It's hard to believe.
You would think they're going to fake
Yeah.
a punt to Couples here, the fullback maybe. Nope, back to Williams. He's going to kick it.
Nice
Boy,
punt.
he kicks it
Straight
high.
up.
Fair
Yes,
catch
he
called
does.
for by Sebas. Catches it on the 14-yard line with only 23 seconds. You think the Red Tornadoes will probably run it out here.
Yeah, I would think they want to get back into the locker room and go over a couple things here. Look and see what Allentown Central Catholic, of course, has been doing. The running game needs to get uncorked a little bit here.
Right.
And again, we had a nice series there in mid-second quarter, only to be demolished by penalties as we got close into Central Catholic territory. So those little mental miscues are hurting both teams right now as we get near the half.
Sebas, quarterback sneak. Lots of room and gains about 9 yards. And there is a middle gap right there that we've seen all night. We'll see maybe it coming again tonight.
The 4-4 lends itself to that, of course. And there you're depending on your linebacker to see what's happening and fill that hole.
That's the end of the half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 12 down in 10, Vikings.
And some good news from Mount Carmel area where Daukus re-entered the game. He's back after halftime and starting the game, so that's good news for Big Red.
Now, definitely what the Tornadoes have to do is they have to contain the 2 ends. That's going to be the big key. They can't just hit and let them release off the line and get into the center of the field.
Martin goes in motion to the left. Tries Couples up the middle. He had the ball loose, and he gains about maybe 1 or 2 yards. Steve Sinkovich and Jeff Evans in on the tackle. Boy, the ball was real low. He carried it.
Yeah, on his thigh.
Actually, McGrory didn't really get it right into his arms that time. Second down, 8 yards to go. McGrory. Is going to try a reverse back here, and Jeff Evans with the initial hit helped out by 47, Sinkovich. Number 2, Nick Chesney, came charging in too from his cornerback spot.
Yeah, that's a case that time where I'm sure that Martin is going to say to McGrory, why did you do that? I mean, even McGrory knew they were in trouble, and it was like, here, you take it. That thing was dead in the water before they ever got set up right.
Third down, 13 yards to go, and you normally look at a tight end coming out on this play, but you know what they did? They took him out. They have split 4 receivers wide. This is the first time we've seen a big pass set for the, and they're looking at a screen pass. Oh, big hit by the Red Tornadoes. Wow.
Mike Sinkovich and Steve Sinkovich, 58 and 47.
The Twins joined up on that one, didn't they?
I'll tell you what, he's going to hear some bells for the next quarter.
Oh, my goodness, folks.
That was Montes.
That time Montes is, I give him a lot of credit to get off the field that time. He took a monster hit. But again, well read by Mount Carmel area. They saw that play coming.
Casey Williams in punt formation. Kicks away. Long kick, fair catch called for by Sebas at the 22-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
The time I'm watching, you looked at that thing there, and you see Van Doren. He's down. Him and Cardine had a running conversation the entire length of the field on the coverage there.
10:32 left in the third quarter. 12-10, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Straight eye formation for the Red Tornadoes. Bailey at fullback, Veach at the tail. Gives it to Veach, tries it up the middle. Good running room, big hole by the center of the Red Tornado offensive line. And we've talked about it, you can get the linebacker, you're gonna come up the middle, Wayne.
Well, it was a nice delayed handoff, straight dive to Veach off the right side. And we had some great seal blocks over there. Jonathan L., Stan Daukus, and Mike Sinkovich on the right-hand side. And then you had the guys, you had Vogler picking up one of the linebackers. So as soon as you seal off and give Veach a little bit of room, he's downfield.
Now they go from split backs. Gonna try Bailey off the right side, and he gets about 4 yards.
Nice tackle that time. Bailey made a nice move that time, but 80.
Scott
Ludy, he made a nice tackle that time.
You got to get their defensive ends. They can't let them crash in like that.
Yeah, he had turned himself into the play and was just waiting that time, and it made a nice play. And again, the ends, we talked about the ends in the beginning. We said that was going to be the strength plus the 2 inside linebackers were somebody to watch. And the ends have really shown us that they are someone to be reckoned with here on the Viking side of the ball.
There's that middle wide open again, guys. Gonna pitch, go outside the Veach. Covered out there, but he finds some running room. First down at the 43. That was good by Jonathan Veach to get out there and get some running room that time.
That time, Shu had a nice block that time.
Yes, he did.
Great block by Shu.
And led the way that time.
I'll tell you, take a look at the Vikings defense. When we go wide slot to the right-hand side, their 4-4 doesn't look like a 4-4 anymore. Now they have a monster man in the middle of the field, and their 2 linebackers on the left-hand side are spread out in the flats.
There it is right there now, Wayne. You can look at it real good there. Van Doren in motion. Bailey right up the middle, but he cut it outside to the left and gains about 2 yards. That's where he's running into that. They're not seeing that linebacker that you're talking about, Wayne. He moves right out there. Second down, 8 yards to go.
See that? What that play gave you there. Now, you can't blame him. He doesn't see that.
Right.
Had he turned to his right, that's where the cutback was.
Oh, definitely.
The cut
up
was
the
back,
middle.
was back around him. And that's where it was open. They had sealed because you only have one linebacker to seal now. And that's what you got to do. Had he cut the other way, there was some open field. I mean, that's easy for us to talk about. We're in the booth, but it's
blitz coming.
Here they come.
Oh,
Sebas,
nice.
good pickup by the Red Tornado offensive line, and Sebas gets down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by number 3, Monas, and also down there, 74 came down for the Vikings, James Seagraves.
Oh, I'll tell you why. You see 2 linebackers come up in a gap like that, and you're a lineman, boy. You need to think a little bit who you need to take right away, and give all the credit there to Daukus and Else and to Mike Sinkovich. Right in the middle of the field. They stopped everything coming through.
There's the middle wide open for the 2 yards. Gonna try it, and stuffed by number 54 on the tackle, Sean Pressman, but it was a delayed hit the middle, and that they got to fill it in there, Wayne.
Oh, Pressman did a heck of a job that time. And there was another guy, I can't catch his number, but 2 of them stood him up, and that still brings up now a 4th, and that's probably a long one. It shows 1 on the scoreboard, but it's closer to 2 now. Big play here in the beginning of the third quarter for Big Red's offense.
Now they have a nose guard right up in front. Sebas going to take it outside. If he cuts it back, he'll have a first down, and he gets it after about a 3-yard pickup. Good first down, Red Tornadoes at about the 30-yard line.
That's coaching strategy going on there now. You're watching to see what they do, how they adjust to that lineup. And that time, even though it's 1 yard you're looking for, you know the outside is going to open up a little bit more because they're bunching themselves in the middle.
And Mike Martin that time, number 45 for Allentown Central Catholic, he keyed on Sebas the whole time. But with Sebas' speed, he was able to get around the corner, and Martin didn't have the angle on him to take him down.
7:09 left in the third quarter. Sebas to Veach, big hole up the middle. He's still going, and he drives to about the 16-yard line. What a nice run with Pressman holding him. Big Pressman holding on to him, and he gains still 5 more yards with Pressman on to him.
I'll tell you what, I just can't give enough praise to that interior line and what they are doing. They're bringing their linebackers right up on the line in a full-out blitz, and we're just opening up enough of a gap for Veach to get through.
He hits the hole so quick, Wayne. Fumble on the play.
No, you have it. We have it.
Bailey got it. It looked like it went down as one of the Vikings guys came in to cover it.
Not only that, Sebas turned around and looked to see if the ball was on the ground. That's why I thought it was a fumble.
First sustained offensive drive, really, of the game from Mount Carmel area.
All on the ground.
All on the ground. And now they come up 2nd down and 9. They're down, the ball sitting down around the 17-yard line of the Central Catholic Vikings.
6:19 left in the third quarter. Fake the pitch to Veach. Look at a slant to Paracella. Close
and
to a first down, but a flag on the play.
Flag on the backside.
There was a Red Tornado lineman way downfield on that play.
Bring back that play. And again, this is what we saw in the first half. You put a drive together, you're moving, and boom.
I'll tell you what, beautiful call, excellent play, excellent call by Whitey on that one there, Whitey Williams, and beautiful pass and route by Paracella.
Well, you could see him come back to it again because it certainly was wide open, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, I got to wonder how we had a lineman that far down the field on the backside of the play.
Well, probably you don't hear that it's a pass play.
Where they were heading on that one.
5:54 left. Pitch back to Veach behind a lot of power blocking out here. Finds the hole.
Nice move.
And down to about the 15-yard line. Back to the original first down line of scrimmage. Terry Meyer went down hard on that one. Looked like with his ankle. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
That was a play that Veach waited long enough. That could have been a 3-yard loss, but he waited just enough.
A little patience on that one.
Yeah, a little patience to pick up an extra, 5 yards.
Big 3rd down now for Big Red. 3rd and 7.
Power to the right side, and look at them jam up over there, Wayne. Going to keep Sebas with the ball, cuts it back, and doesn't get the first down, gets only to about the 10-yard line. Just hard for those 5 guys, Malachowski and those cheater backs, to block that many people lining up over there, Wayne.
Well, the thing over there is that you're running student body right that time, and Allentown Central Catholic has great speed, as we've seen already up to this point.
We're going to kick a field goal here, folks. We're going to attempt a field goal now. The ball's sitting about, I guess the ball's sitting on the 10 or just outside the 10-yard line now. It's a hard angle here to kick from.
Snaps back from Els to Paracella. Good snap, good hold. The kick's up.
And it's good.
And it's good. At 4:24 in the third quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 15, the Vikings 10.
Mike Zikovic answers back with the 3-pointer of his own.
A big score that time for Big Red. They were able to control the ball finally, get some ball control. There's only 4 minutes and 24 seconds now left in the third quarter, so they put some time off the clock. But what you saw was what we had talked about earlier. You're driving against an excellent, skilled, people-loaded football team. You cannot make a mental error in this game. Mental errors are costing the game right now. You got to be careful. I mean, you drove right down there, you had momentum, and boom, you end up, now 3 points is still 3 points, but it happened in the second quarter several times, and it happened again in the third. We got to quit making mental errors, and I think we can pull this game away. We're going to win. Big Red's got to feel real good about this area in the third quarter. I mean, they really were kind of stuffed offensively for the whole first half. And now they've got some confidence and some momentum going their way.
Defense got a little rest there.
Yeah.
Bad news was on that offensive series, Terry Meyer took a pretty good shot, and he's up walking around right now, so we'll see how he does. The squibber kick, taken by an up back, fumbled, and he covers the ball on the 25-yard line.
Number
Very
45.
close, 45, Martin with the ball, but it was bouncing around in front of his toes.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's 2 kickoffs there that the ball has hit the ground for Allentown Central Catholic. They were lucky.
That thing was a hot potato,
Yes,
though.
it was.
He couldn't pick it up to save his life there for a couple of seconds.
But he did the right thing.
Finally you fall on it and be done with it.
He covered the ball up.
Yeah, when it's giving you that much trouble, just get on the thing and be done with it.
4:22 left in the third quarter. McCrory looks like he's changing the play on the line of scrimmage. Puts Martin in motion, gives it to him going around the left side, and Terry Meyer has him for about a 2-yard gain.
Good play.
That was typical wing T there.
About a 5-yard gain. He really did good, though, getting around there, Wayne.
Yeah, he stretched it out there when he was tackled.
Martin in motion again. McGrory back to pass. Malakos cuffed with the rush. Incomplete pass. It'll be a 3rd down and 5.
Tell you what, you take a look. Malakowski there and Cuffey putting some pressure on.
Pressure makes a difference, Wayne. I mean,
yes, it does.
That passing game doesn't look nearly as crisp and sharp when there's some pressure on the quarterback. But again, I'm questioning Central Catholic's idea of this long sprint out pass
compared to what they were doing early.
The short 3-step drop back, turn, and throw to the open guy.
But again, you take a look at the second quarter. The end of the second quarter, the Tornadoes on defense put a lot of pressure on their passing. Some holding calls were being made, you know, on their offensive team there. So it does make a difference.
Big 3rd down play. McCrory trying to shovel pass. Gets the pass away, being tackled, and be close to a 1st down, but it will not be a 1st down.
You know, there's a case there. He's going down. I can't believe there was an alignment downfield and past the line of scrimmage on that.
19 with the stop, Howard, but it'll be back on the other side of the line. 4th down and about 2 feet to go.
If you're Central Catholic, I'd kick the ball here. I don't think they have a choice, and they are. They're going to punt. They have to. It's only a yard, but there's a lot of game left here. 3:09 in the third quarter still. They're going to do the right thing and kick the ball away.
That was supposed to be a shovel pass to Howard.
That's exactly
and
what
McCrory
it
was smart enough to go back, drift back more, and try to get the ball back to Howard. He did. Snaps back to Williams. Kicks a bad kick this time. And it's going to bounce.
Got a good bounce.
Good roll, and we said that.
Great kick now.
Yep. Down to the 18-yard line. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Big Red offense now again under pressure. This is where the game's going to be won. I mean, you're up 15-10. No, you don't need any more points on the board. You can win the game that way, but you want to get the ball. You want to keep field position. You need to put a drive together.
Well, what that drive did, the other thing was, number one, it gave them a little bit of self-esteem, built them up a little bit, but also it ate some time a lot of time off the clock in that third quarter.
Out of the I formation. Goes the Veach. Tries it off the right side. Big hit on that side by number 52, or is it 62? 62, the defensive tackle, Ed Strauss.
One of the matchups I've been watching, and you guys had hit on a little bit in the first half, one of the matchups to look at here, and I like Cardine. I think Cardine's a hard-nosed
outside linebacker
football player, but I don't think that he can cover Paracella. I don't think he's got the speed. Now, he's the guy that comes out to cover. Now, you got 19 going to be, I guess, the free safety in this deal.
Sebas tries cutting it back, and that was a busted play all the way. That one, the defensive end is just tearing it up. You got to make that block and get him out of there, Warren.
But this is a more important series than you think. And now look at us now. Now you're down, going to be third and almost 11 now. And you end up punting from here, and field position is going to start changing dramatically. And
Again,
it's going to make that defense hold on again.
Paracella and Van Doren split far right. Twin backs there for the Red Tornadoes, puts Bailey in motion to that side. Draw play to Veach. 62, the defensive tackle, was just waiting for it all the way. He never stopped, never moved. Ed Strauss, he stayed and waited for a screen pass. Just great coaching and a good play by Ed Strauss.
Yeah, you want Strauss to do that. I mean, I don't know if that's what his job was, but he certainly watched what was happening around him and was just standing there and was waiting for it to happen. Now you look at where Central Catholic lines up to take the punt. Even if he fair catches it, he's going to fair catch it at about the 46 or 47 yard line.
They can gain
Vikings,
about maybe 20 yards on this series. Big rush coming from the Vikings. You can see it right now. Snaps back. Good snap from Meyer to Sinkovich. Kicks away from Monis. Good kick, really. Monis picks it up and is going to take it down the sidelines. Cuts back, nice cut back on 3 Mount Carmel defenders and gets the ball to the 41-yard line. Tackle made by number 2, Nick Chesney, and 41, Mickey Burrows. Good run by Monis that time.
Great run by Montes that time. And now look at field position. The ball's now on Mount Carmel area's 39-yard line. And the defense is once again being asked to stiffen up here and hold them here late in the third quarter.
40 seconds left on the clock in the third. Martin goes in motion to the left. McGrory going to try to hit that Howard out of the backfield, and pressure now affecting McGrory a little bit. Malachowski was in there, Jeff Evans. A lot of pressure now, and it does affect him on his throwing a little.
That time his blocker got pushed back into him, and he ended up having to throw over the blocker, and it's hard to lead a guy when you're doing that. And that's what happened. He got the ball way up there, and he couldn't lead him anywhere.
30 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. 15-10 Red Tornadoes. Central Catholic with the ball on the 39-yard line. McGrory over the middle, hits Howard. First down and more to about the 26-yard line.
The play that time by Central Catholic really was. And that, again, McGrory had enough time. He looked, and that's a play. But I'm going to tell you what's going to be a nightmare when they come out on those plays. They're popping right over the middle, and they're picking up. And there he picks up a first down.
And again, it wasn't a rollout that time. It was just a straight
there was the quick
three
drop.
steps back. But number 90, who's that, Ludi?
Casey Williams.
Oh, Williams. We were sort of covered. We were looking at him on the defensive end part, or the offensive end part, being in the middle of the field.
Howard around the right side. Malachowski catches him first.
There's hold.
Flag on the play.
He doesn't throw the flag on that. There's something wrong.
Mike Sinkovich was tackled on that play. I've seen it a lot tonight. It's about every play on the Vikings.
You can see the arm reach around and grab him by his leg. I mean, there's no way he could have missed that.
Even Malachowski, they dived to make the tackle.
Allentown Central Catholic offensive line struggling right now with the Big Reds defense. And every team so far that we've seen has had that same problem. You do not see a better defensive line than Mount Carmel area is going to feel it. And I don't think that's in double or triple A right now. This is just an exceptional bunch of people up front. And the Vikings are struggling with it.
Into the third quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 15, Allentown Central Catholic Vikings 10.
The Union National Bank, Mount Carmel's friendly hometown bank, located at 3rd and Oak Streets in Mount Carmel. Open 6 days a week, our friendly staff is always ready to serve your banks at any of our 3 locations.
Come into our main office at 3rd and Oak Streets and bank in a cozy, friendly atmosphere. You will be pleased at how quickly your loan can be approved by our hometown office.
Traveling media? Stop in our branch location. You will receive the same personal attention. If walking is not your style or parking is difficult, use our drive-thru at 3rd and Hickory Streets. We open early and close late.
For the early bird or night owl, we have 2 well-lighted MAC locations situated for your convenience at our Mount Carmel and New Media offices. No matter what your banking needs, you'll find them at any of our 3 locations, and you will get the same friendly, hometown service that you deserve, no matter which location you choose to do business at.
Your hometown bank is located at 3rd and Oak Streets and open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Fridays till 6 p.m., and open Saturdays from 9 a.m. Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Fridays till 6 p.m., and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. That's the National Bank hometown bank in Mount Carmel and New Media.
If you are considering purchasing some form of a home entertainment system, or are in the market for the necessity of a home appliance to replace an old model, or looking to buy for the first time, do yourself a favor and visit Noah TV and Appliances. The prices may surprise you. Noah carries top brand television sets from a small table model to the large screen. They have VCRs, stereos, speakers, CDs, and many more. Best of all, they service everything they sell. For the new or the veteran homemaker, Noah is stocked with stoves, refrigerators, washers, dryers, air conditioners, model trains. Just those words make the eyes of most young and young at heart light up. H&M Trains, 229 South Oak Street, Mount Carmel, can do just that with its full line of trains and complete accessories. From O-gauge, if it's a car to add to your system, or additional engine, even complete train, visit H&M. Looking for that building to complete your layout? Or foliage to enhance your scene? H&M has a large line, plus much, much more. Why not come in and browse? I do it all the time. H&M is located right next to Noah at 229 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel.
I think they finally realized they can't end it on a penalty. I'll tell you what, the officials have struggled for it being 2 quality teams here. They have struggled a little tonight, Warren.
To get the Central Catholic team back on the field, they think it's the quarter change. They're down in the huddle at the sideline there. I'm on the clock here in the 3rd period. It shows 12 minutes in the 4th. We're going to run 1 play.
Before he even turns something back.
Now here at the quarter break, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's my pleasure to tell you that you are watching WKMC TV, broadcasting from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School on a microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service. You catch us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. channel 13 on the Service Electric cable system. And again, a big hello and welcome to all of those Allentown area people watching us tonight on Service Electric Super 2. If you've tuned in, you are watching quality football.
Goes in motion to the right. McGrory back to pass.
Out of time.
Looks over the middle. Malachowski with a rush. Now Sinkovich with a rush. Incomplete. But initially had lots of time to throw the ball.
Yeah, there was no one. That's the second time tonight we've seen that. He just had all in the world to look around, and there was no one open. He couldn't throw the ball to anyone.
Well, again, they were looking at Casey Williams coming off the top position, moving out into flats. Now, at that time, we had the defensive end, Chris Cuff, number 8, drop with them. And
3rd and 8. This is 2 down territory, my folks, for the Vikings. They will not be punting.
Or they could go field. Yep. Howard in motion. Looking for the middle. Hits Martin. First down, but it'll be short by about a yard. Meyer and 47 Steve Sinkovich on the tackle.
That was a great pass.
Yes, it was.
He was winning, and he still put the ball in there.
And in the middle of the field there,
right.
You know. You have to give this quarterback credit. He has great poise in looking at all of his receivers because he hit just about everybody tonight.
Okay, they're going on 4th and 1 here. Warren, you called it.
Yeah, play for Central Catholic here in the 4th quarter.
Cheater to the left. You will think they're coming to the left side. They're right. Howard first down at about the 11-yard line. Big run by Howard that time. Good block by number 74 on the offensive line, Seagreaves.
Yeah, big surge that time by Allentown Central.
Right.
They really pushed the line, and he picked up, well, more than 1 yard. He picked up about 4. Big tear for the defense at Big Red. Ball sitting down on the 12-yard line of Mount Carmel area.
11 minutes left. Martin on the left side, and the defensive end runs by him, and he's down to the 5. Good tackle by number 2, Nick Chesney, and 60, Malachowski.
And looked at the beginning of that play that we had that whole thing covered.
Right.
He cut back.
And then he cut back. We must have, it looked like it was an over pursuit by the defense there.
McCurry with Couples in the backfield. Gonna try to Couples up the middle. Dives off and on touchdown. Vikings. What great run by Couples.
Big TD for the Vikings here in the 4th quarter. And, of course, that was probably the best-looking running play in the line scrimmage they've had all night. It really did. Couples really ran hard, sealed the hole for him. And now Big Red finds himself for the first time this season, ladies and gentlemen, trailing 16-15 with the extra point, and then we're waiting to see. They look like them to go for 2. There it is. So you're going to see a 2-point convert attempt from the Vikings. Score currently 16-15, remember. 1 point separates them.
Couples and the lone back. Looks like they'll try him again. Fake it. They're going to throw. Looks in the corner of the end zone, and Martin, good for 2. What a great play. Great play. Martin over there all by himself.
Now, the key there, Martin was in motion the whole time, and nobody held him up.
Nobody looked at 15. 4th quarter, gentlemen, this is everything and some. Great drive, and again, I will say that drive made possible by the acute change of field position that occurred. We couldn't move the ball down in our own area down on the 20-yard line, and that's what happens. And sometimes that's how a game turns. So Big Red now offensively has their work cut out for them here. Again, plenty of time, 10 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. They trail 18-15. First time, I reiterate, this is the first time this season behind in a football game. So we'll a real look at how they test under pressure right now, folks.
Number 4, John Yutt, will kick off for Central Catholic Vikings. Squibber bounces. Oh, in between Veach's legs, will go back, and he picks it up at the 1 yard. Oh, thank goodness.
I thought he had touched it. That's why he was running back.
Well, you can touch it. You can touch it and still go into the end zone. And
he did touch it then.
If you touch it and go in the end, it is a down ball.
Yeah, I thought he touched it there, and that's why I knew he was running back in a hurry for it.
Whew.
Ball out to the 20-yard line now. That's where Big Red will take over an offense.
And for Catholic on
Smart
that
kick, wasn't it,
smart
Wayne?
kick. Yeah, you want to keep it low, you know. There, Sebas ran back 93 yards the last time he touched the ball.
Called by out here on the right side.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you at Mount Carmel area, we remind you, Supper Club, Thursday night, 6:30. It is where football is talked about, where you hear about the game we had just played, about the upcoming game, and of course the upcoming game next week will be against Marion Catholic. Marion Catholic, the only afternoon game we play every other year these days. We'll talk about that. Of course, you get to meet 5 players will come each week, and you get 2 cheerleaders. You get one of the best meals you can find anywhere in the world from the Tucci's restaurant, and it's just an all-around great time. You come at 6:30, you're out by 8 o'clock, always some to spare, and you want to talk football, be there.
Bailey goes in motion to the right. Quick pass to Bailey, and it bounced to the ground. It'll be incomplete. And that's some first downs, Wayne.
Well, you definitely have to, you know, you're down here on your own 20-yard line. You got to move the ball a little bit. And
down 10 yards to go. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the ball game. 18-15. The Vikings in the lead. Sebas going to try it again. And this knew it was coming. because number
Number 80
80
hit the
Hey.
ball.
It was like a slow motion
Wait,
play there. I
yeah.
wasn't sure what we were doing there. Fool me one, don't fool me again. I thought something happened up to us dead down there, but
did
it wasn't.
bounce, didn't?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going to go on a limb on this.
We won't go on the
But
limb.
The ball's moved up now to Carmel area's 27-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 yards to go. And
Well, the Vikings didn't complain about it.
I
Was it
just
thrown as a
I don't know. I just think it was
a
odd.
lateral.
Yeah, just an odd play.
Okay. Oh, Bailey goes in motion. Draw play to V. There's a hole, but it's not first down.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah,
First
yeah.
down, the Tornadoes. Nice tackle made that time. Quick pass to Chesney.
Oh, he was hit about 3 times before he made the.
Mount Carmel area now 2nd and 10.
From about the 32-yard line.
Well, got to get a drive together here. Time now beginning to tick away. 8:54 seconds here in the 4th quarter. A 3-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 18-15 in favor of Allentown Central Catholic Vikings.
Mike Smith goes in motion. And that's going to. You think? Yep. Van Doren goes in motion to the left. Sebas keeps the ball and goes nowhere. Big play made by number 74, Seagriz, and he just doing it. And both defensive tackles were in on that play. 62, Ed Strauss, and 74, James Seagreaves. 8:38 left, 3rd down, and about 13 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, this is dangerous territory now because you probably need to make a pass,
Right.
but you can ill afford an interception here. So you got to make a smart, safe one and hope you can pick up the 1st down.
Straight drop back. Looks on a screen pass to Veach.
Oh,
And gains about no yards.
they closed on that thing. Here's 54 Pressman. He came out of nowhere, and 80 Ludi. And he's had a whale of a football game, number 80 for the Vikings. He's been all over the place.
I think they
They were
sort of
ready for that one,
realized
weren't they?
What was going to happen there, that we were going with the screen pass.
47, Steve Sinkovic punt formation. Terry Meyer, number 1, with the snap. Snaps back. Sinkovic, end-over-end kicks. Bounces on the 45. Monis picks it up and is hit by Mickey Rose at the 39-yard line.
He was heat-seeking again, folks.
Well, with 7:38 left on the clock, the Vikings ahead 18-15. This is a big defensive series for the Red Tornadoes. McGrory sets his Vikings. Martin goes in motion, tries, couples up the middle, still on his feet, running hard, and gains about 6 yards. Paracella has to make the tackle in the backfield, and right now that offensive line is powering for the Vikings.
Yeah. We're making the hits. We're making the initial hits on the line of scrimmage, but we're not wrapping the arms.
That 220 pounds a couple
Right.
is starting to wear on us a little bit now, too. And that's what a big guy brings to you. He'll start to wear on you after a while.
Oh, movement there on the Vikings, and this will move it back and have a 2nd down and about 9 yards to go.
Both teams really sloppy offensively as far as small penalties go. I have to say that for the both of them tonight.
And big penalties.
They've
And,
had-
you know,
they've
either
had
way, when you
tons
see
of
the
them.
stats on this one, there's going to be a lot of yardage.
Yeah, there were tons of penalties in this game. And that just might be two heavyweights slugging at each other.
Yeah.
And, yeah, maybe that's what brings that on.
Howard in motion, couples up the middle. Big hole,
Still going.
powering, and first down at the 49-yard line. You have to say, what a line and what a drive by John Couples. Boy, what running, huh?
Yeah.
Defensively, we're really starting to wear down, I'm afraid, though. We really are. So I think it's starting to take its toll a little bit. Again, they are big. Their backs are big, and Couples is the biggest of the group. And that would, I think Central Catholic's content with just letting him trying to bull his way down the field.
6:36 left on the clock, and wind down in this ball game. Gives it to Martin on the outside, and he's hit after about a 1-yard gain. Six minutes left in the ball game. Martin goes in motion behind Couples. Daukus has him for about a 1-yard loss, helped out by number 1, Terry Meyer, and 47, Steve Sinkovich.
Now, one thing they haven't been able to do tonight is get the outside.
No.
You know, with Daukus and Koff, they're playing very strong outside. You have Sinkovich coming over from the linebacker and Terry Meyer fill in any gaps.
I'm a little surprised they did this now. I mean,
Right.
the success was right there,
Right in the
smacking
middle.
at the middle. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they decided to come around the end. And always the C-man they try.
I think you're going to see a pass here out of Central Catholic. McGrory back to pass. Looks out in the flat to Martin. In and out of his hands. Incomplete. 4th down. Punting situation for the Vikings.
Good call, Coach.
Yeah, we had all kinds of things happening there.
One too many.
Okay, folks, I want to take a second here. We can tune in there. You look down into the sidelines where the Mount Carmel area cheerleaders are, and there you see the newest mascot here at Mount Carmel area, the newest, or I should say, newest reincarnation of the mascot, Twisty, the tornado down there, and of course, her name, Julie Meadows. And ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to meet an engaging young woman and get a chance to say hello and talk to her, do so when you can. She is really a great kid to talk to, spirit Mount Carmel area, marches down with the band and everything, and really is a great kid, and we just wanted to get a shot of her real quick while we had a chance here tonight.
Number 90, Casey Williams in punt formation. For the Red Tornadoes, number 5, Nick Sivas.
They're going to
Snaps
try to
back.
block this.
Fair catch called for by Sivas, and he takes it on the 10-yard line.
We had a full block going
Yeah,
there,
we did.
and the Vikings handled it pretty well, and he got the ball off.
4:52 left on the clock, and the Red Tornadoes deep in their own end zone, in their own territory, have 90 yards to go for a touchdown.
Yeah, field position really changed around on us, and
Mainly on some punts.
yeah, and that's
Right,
that's
that's
what
what
happens.
hurts.
Right.
This is it, really, here for Big Red. They, first of all, if nothing else, they need to move the ball. If they do a punt, you don't give them the ball back in their own up the field.
You're going to see some double coverage on the receivers now. See the pass. Big rush. He's in the end, back out of the end zone. Make sure there's no lineman downfield, which there was. So that was good by Sebas to get out and get about a 6-yard gain.
6 or 7 yard
He could
gain,
not
yep.
throw, Wayne, anymore
Right.
than were linemen downfield. You're going to see some major rushes from this Viking defense right now.
Yeah, they're going to tee off. That's what it's all about now.
Yeah, they're going to go back in their prevent defense. They're going to, like Warren said, double coverage everybody and give you some difficulty out here. Look at everybody. Look at over here on Smitty, 3 guys.
Try Veach in the middle. First down at about the 20.
In the football game, Big Red needs to get moving here.
Bailey the lone back. Sebas drops back. Looks at Veach, has him. First down at about the 46-yard line. Did he get out of bounds?
Yes. Yeah, I think he did.
I didn't see the
move for a first down.
Yeah, I didn't see his hands go up in the air, but I couldn't tell over there where he was in a jumble of people.
Boy, Veach was wide open on that play.
Yes, he was. And nice pass by Sebas, because Sebas was coming to his left and had to throw across his body.
He didn't get out of bounds. The clock started to move as soon as they set it after the first down.
Veach looks at Paracella. Keeps the ball and cuts up the middle. 5-yard gain to the 50-yard line. Second down and 5 to go. 3:20 and count, winding down.
Well, the offensive line's given Sebas enough time to look downfield to see what he has, but also they're opening up a seam in the inside for him to be able to run the ball.
Looks like a blitz coming this time. Nope. They back off. Sebas keeps the ball, still spins, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 2:48 left on the clock. That time it just looked like the middle linebacker came in from the center of the Viking line, Wayne.
Well, they're playing tough. You know, like we said, they're back in their prevent. Their linebackers aren't going to move too far from their designated position because they know exactly what Sebas can do if he takes off.
Third down, 8 yards to go. Quick drop back, looks downfield, has Paracella, got him! First down, Red Tornadoes at the 31-yard line. What a catch by Paracella.
Beautiful catch that time. Oh my goodness, that's as good as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Ball was put the only place it could be to
drag his feet. He had to drag his feet.
Got his feet inside, and Big Red now has punctured into Viking territory. Ball is sitting at the Allentown Central Catholic 31-yard line. Time on the clock, 2 minutes 11 down. Big Red.
Timeout called by the Vikings.
But Paracella's catch there, if you watch that on a replay, with Howard on his back, diving out of bounds to catch the ball.
Well, 31 yards separate the Vikings and the Red Tornadoes in this one. 18-15, the Vikings in the lead. 2:11 left on the clock, Warren.
Oh, this is football.
Yeah.
I mean, this is everything you want in a high school football game. Two just great football teams slugged it out the entire evening, and it comes right down to the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. You got 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the game. Mount Carmel area on a drive. The Vikings doing everything they can to stop it. And I'll tell you what, it's just high school football at its best, and we're glad to be here, and we're glad all of you people are getting to watch this thing.
See if they don't blitz on this play. Here they come. Sebas rolls, looks at Cuff, intercepted, cut out of Cuff's hands and into the hands of number 90, Casey Williams.
Bounced right out of his hands.
Bounced right out of Chris Cuff's hands, and this one will be more or less over with the Vikings.
That's about as freak as you can absolutely ever get it. Cuff was the dump-off guy. He was the safety valve because they knew the blitz was coming, and there's really not a whole lot you could do about that either way. It just who was the interception? I didn't see who did that, but that
Casey
was
Williams.
Yeah.
Williams had great presence of mind to see the ball pop, and it popped right at him into his hand. But Mount Carmel area now,
time really gets them. In particular, if even Vikings punt, it's going to put them deep again. Howard, the ball carrier, and he's stopped by Malakowski at the 35-yard line. Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, an unfortunate incident for the Red Tornadoes, but a great play by Casey Williams, the left defensive end for the Vikings.
Yeah, and that's just heads-up football, though. You can't say enough about that guy. He was in the right place at the right time, but he also got the ball. I mean, a lot of guys would have just panicked on that one. So nice play that time. And again, we said this earlier on in the game. You saw some great skill people here. And Allentown Central Catholic certainly has skill people. They really do. Some guys have really, stood up to the challenge here tonight. Mount Carmel area defense was everything you could possibly ask for, and then some, as always. Offensively, we struggled against a great defensive team. You know what I mean? That's what happens. We told you in the beginning they were going to be quick, and they were everything we thought about quick and then some. And they were, as now, after you see them, straight up in person, they were head and shoulders quick above the last 4 teams we've seen.
It's really amazing, though, how well they ran that tight end pass. That was the
in the first half they
hurt
hurt
the defense, right?
In the second half we covered it. We changed it, but what are you going to do?
Second down, 11 yards to go. Martin going to try couples up the middle, and that one's stuffed by 54 Jeff Evans.
The dog. That's the dog saying he has the ball. The dog says,
all right, 1:53 and the clock winding down. Third down and 12, and I think the Red Tornadoes might have one timeout left.
They only have one left because they got one burned in the third quarter there.
McCrory going to keep it himself. Go out of bounds. Nope. He stopped at about the 36, and the clock winding down at 1:15. Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes, their last timeout.
Yep, they're going to have an absolute hurry-up offense going from here on in. They will get the ball back, though, ladies and gentlemen, with about 1:14 on the clock, and that's what they're going to have to try to win this football game. Now, the interesting call is here, do they try to block or do they try to return?
Well, the last two, well, that's true. The last 2 times, though, we went for the ball. Now, he has the thing with the punters, he has a lot of hang time.
Yeah.
The last 2 times.
Yeah.
So your returns are diminished greatly with that amount of hang time because you get so much coverage down. So.
1:14 left on the clock. 18-15. What a game. What a game. One of the top AAA schools in the state of Pennsylvania against the top AA school. Snaps back to Williams. Rushes on. Big end-over-end kick. Short kick, but has a great bounce. Taken by Sebas at about the 30.
Out of bounds.
Out of
Good play
bounds
by
at the 32-yard line. What more can you say? What a great job by Nick Sebas.
Yep.
That one was going to the end zone.
Yeah, that was good play. I mean, you have nothing to lose, 1 minute and 6 seconds. The ball would have ended up probably back on about the 15-yard line if he would have left that one go.
1:06 left on the clock.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, nobody's left the stadium.
No.
I'll say that. You get your full money's worth out of this one right till the end of the game.
Sebas fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Oh, big rush by Kraus, and he's down at the 29-yard line by number 62 in there, Ed Strauss.
Got to get back to the line of scrimmage, folks. 50 seconds. Time beginning to burn away from them as they go, and they're going to have 1 play here, or 2 at the most.
2 plays. Big rush, Casey Williams.
Holding right there.
And Sebas still inbounds at the 25. Clock winding down, 23 seconds. And 1 more play left. $11 seconds and counting down. And a timeout call by the official.
He called it at about 13 seconds.
And the clock's now at 7 seconds. What did he call it for, though? Why would he call timeout?
He's like reading his book, his little card there now. If I was at Allentown Central Catholic, I'd be jumping all over the field having a heart attack.
One play left.
We're not going to really know the reason for this, to tell you the truth. I don't know if they know the reason.
He wants 20 seconds on the clock.
Two guys in the Allentown Central side just keeled over.
This goes in motion. Back to Bailey. Sivas on a fly from Billy. That was a tricky play.
Oh, yeah.
Sivas went in motion from his quarterback spot.
You don't see that very often either. That's a nice play. 10.7 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, remain in the game. One more play for Big Red. It's fittingly 4th and 18. So you got to go for all and broke for nothing here, folks. This is it.
Seats again goes in motion. Long snap back to Bailey from Elf. Bailey looking over here at Veach, and he's interfered with, and that's the ball.